Hi and welcome to this Key Learning Initiative video. Today's topic is tax and salary slips for grade 12 mathematical literacy. Please remember to like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Also, one very important thing, I am not a tax consultant or financial consultant, so please do not take this as financial advice. It's just an example for grade 12 mathematical literacy. So let's get going with today's topic. Tax and salary slips. And here is our question. Mr. Smith, who is 48 years old, is a software engineer working for DesignSoft. He received a monthly salary of 35,000 Rand. He pays 3,800 per month towards his pension and 4,750 for his medical aid. He has a wife and 2 children that are dependent on him. Use the given information and firstly, we're going to calculate the amount of tax Mr. Smith has to pay per month using the given tax tables. You'll see we use them as we go, or if you're using the worksheet, they're at the back. So let's get going. Firstly, taxable income. What is your taxable income equal? Well, gross salary minus taxable deductions. So, gross salary equals, well, in our question, Mr. Smith receives 35,000 Rand a month. So, we write down 35,000. But with our gross salary, and when we're dealing with tax, we work on an annual salary. Our question at the moment says monthly salary. So, to get our annual salary, we multiply by 12. 12 months in a year, 35,000 times 12. You put that in your calculator and hopefully you get 420,000 Rand. Next thing we look at is our taxable deductions. Now in this question, there's only one that we have, and that is a pension. The important thing to remember about a pension on a salary slip is that it is a maximum of 7.5% that is tax deductible. Yes, you can put more towards your pension, however the maximum that's tax deductible on your salary slip is 7.5%. So let's see. Our question said he pays 3,800 per month towards his pension. But we don't know if that's 7%, 8%, or what percentage it is. So let's work out the maximum amount and see if he pays less, more, or the same. So, max tax deductible pension, and that equals, okay, we take my 420,000, then we times that by 7.5%, and that'll give us our annual maximum deductible pension. If you put that in your calculator and press equals, you get 31,500. So in total, that's the maximum he can claim on his salary slip. But let's look how much he contributes. The annual salary contribution is 3,800 times 12 is 45,600. And so you can see he's actually contributing a lot more to his pension than he can claim as taxable deductions on his salary slip. So let's look at our formula. Taxable income equals gross salary minus taxable deductions. Well, my gross salary we've worked out is 420,000 minus my taxable deductions, which we've just worked out, is 31,500. And so if I want my taxable income, I take 420,000 subtract 31,500. So I put that in my calculator and I get 388,500. Now we have to use our tax tables, and the example will always give you your tax tables. You don't have to know them off by heart, please. They will give them to you. So here are our tax tables for this example. And we have 1 to 205,900, and so on and so on and so on. Now, my taxable income is 388,500. Can you see this is the tax bracket, the third one that I fall into, which is 67,144 plus 31% of taxable income above 321,600. And we literally write down the tax bracket. Do you see how it matches? And now we fill in the numbers. So we have 67,144 plus 31% of our taxable income above 321,600. Well, how do we work that out? Well, we open brackets, we take our taxable income that we've worked out of 388,500, and then we subtract our 321,600. So we take our taxable income and we subtract what we call our threshold of 321,600. Close brackets. Now if we start working that out, that gives us 67,100 plus 31% of 66,900. We get 67,144 plus 20,739, which gives us a total of 87,883 Rand. Now, to show you working out for the video, I include these two lines there, but they're not necessary. If you want to go just from the line above what I've highlighted in yellow and give me a final answer of 87,883 Rand, that's fine. But just for the purposes of this video, I've included those two lines. You don't need them. So this is our tax, 87,883. But we're still not finished. The next thing we have to do is subtract our rebates. So we have our tax and we subtract our rebates. Now how do we figure out our rebates? Well, let's have a look at our tax rebate table. We have primary, secondary and tertiary levels. Your primary is normally from 0 to 65 years old. Secondary is from 65 and older, and tertiary is from 75 and older. Now if we look at our question, Mr. Smith is 48 years old, and so he only qualifies for the primary tax rebate. And so we have 87,833 minus our 14,958, which then gives us a total of 72,925. The next thing that we do is look at our medical credits. And what we have to do is subtract them from the tax that we have to pay. In other words, we have our 72,925, and then we have to subtract our different medical credits. Now this is very important. You have to read the question to find out how much he gets. So, for the taxpayer who paid the medical scheme contribution, he gets 303 Rand. Okay, so that means it subtract 303 Rand. Then it goes on to tell us that he has a wife and 2 children. So for the wife, that's another dependent, and so that's also 303 rand. I subtract. Now he also has 2 children, which are additional dependents, and so for the 2 children we have 204 rand. So subtract 204 for the first child, subtract 204 for the second child. That will then give us a total of 71,911 rand. So the 71,911 rand is his annual tax payment. But the question asks how much per month. So our tax, 71,911 rand per annum. To work out per month, we take 71,911 and we divide it by 12. And that gives us 5,992 rand and 58 cents per month. And so that is the tax that Mr. Smith pays every month. And that's question 1. Question 2. Complete the following salary slip. In other words, we've just worked out the tax, and now we have to complete the salary slip based on the information we've got. So let's have a look. The first thing, our gross income. Well, it tells us our gross income is 35,000, and so gross income, we can write 35,000. Now we work on our deductions. Our first one is our pension. Now here, it's the amount that Mr. Smith contributed, the 3,800, not the amount that is tax deductible. So here you have to use 3,800. Then the medical aid. Okay, the question says it's 4,750, and so you write 4,750. The next is the UIF. Okay, and to work that out, we do the following. We work out what 1% of his salary is, and that will give us 350. Now, at the moment, the maximum UIF we can pay is 148 rand 72. So anything over that, it just goes to 148 rand 72. That number might change in the future, but at the moment the maximum UIF you can pay is 148 rand 72. And so in my UIF, I write 148 rand 72. Next is my tax. Well, we just spent a whole lot of time working it out, and so we can write down 5,992 rand and 58 cents. Second, lastly, we now work out my deductions. I add all of them together, and I get 14,691 rand and 30 cents. Lastly, my net income is my gross income minus deductions, and so if I put that in my calculator, I get 20,308 rand and 70 cents. So at the end of every month, Mr. Smith gets 20,308 rand and 70 cents deposited into his account. So thank you for watching this Key Learning Initiative video on tax and salary slips for grade 12 mathematical literacy. I really hope it has been helpful. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and to like and share this video so that more and more people can get help. I hope this has been beneficial. Good luck.